Because this one you can edit, right?
Yes, yep, this one I
Start
can
that
edit.
one first.
Oh yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, another 3, 2, 1 coming up. What's going on, Joe?
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sunday morning. You know what that means? It's time for brunch with Joe.
Joe.
That's right. We're going to do a little bit of education and some cooking today, and we want to make sure you guys are on here. You know, every Sunday morning, about 8:30 Pacific time, 10:30 Central. We're jumping on here, and we're going to be cooking some good food. We're going to have some guests coming on throughout the year. So it won't just be this pretty face. We'll have some other people on here as well. I do want to make sure you guys go to our YouTube channel and make sure you subscribe. And that's Brunch with Joe. If you can't find it under that, look under Food Mafia Nation. As you can see right here. And if you want some of this fantastic swag, make sure you contact me, let me know.
Say swag again.
Swag. Swag. We're going to have some, the logo on the front and some great sayings you can get on the back. Just hit me up and I'll let you know what we got. We can also maybe do some aprons for you if you want, so you're representing in the kitchen and you know, making sure that we're spreading Food Mafia Nation all over the country and eventually the world, guys. We want everyone eating healthy, everyone getting to be there in their best health, because everyone's bodies are different. So that's why we do the show, and that's why we bring on guests, so that you know, everyone's not going to have the same taste as me. Everyone's not going to have the same dietary needs or financial ability. So that's why we do this show. We try to keep costs low, food delicious, and very high in nutritional content, guys. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're a little bit early today, but that's all right. I'm going to go ahead and start with my stories, since some of the regulars already know it. Some of the new people, if they missed the story, they can come back and watch it on YouTube, guys. Subscribe to that channel. It'll let you know when the new videos are popping up.
And don't forget to share the Facebook Live.
And share these lives, guys, with all your friends. We want to make sure that, it looks like I blanked out here. We want to make sure that that you guys are getting this stuff out to your friends, because what good is being healthy if your friends aren't there to share it with you guys? So be kind, share this to all your friends. And today we're going to be making roasted vegetables. A very inexpensive, healthy, you can use it as a meal or a side dish.
Don't forget delicious.
It's always delicious on Food Mafia Nation Brunch with Joe, guys. That is one of the requirements of the show, is that we are delicious. I'm going to kind of peek in here real quick. We got a couple people jumping on here. Looks like Anita, Judy, Stefan. Welcome, guys. Thanks for jumping on. Make sure you guys get this out to your people. I'm going to see if I can pull this up on my phone real quick, because it might be easier for me to see, guys.
We still early. We got a good 7 minutes.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get into my story, guys. In 2014, I found out I was a type 2 diabetic. Since we got a few minutes, I can go a little more into my story today. So I had found out because I got a cut on my chin, and it would not stop bleeding. It would take like an hour, hour and a half. Well, one day, 6 hours later, it was still bleeding. So I ended up going to the hospital. They just sewed it up real quick, and that was the end of it, right? No. The next day I was working and my vision got blurry. So I went and my mom's a diabetic as well, she was, and I went over to her house and tested my blood sugars, and it was well over 500, which I don't know if any of you know, that is not good. So I called the hospital I'd gone to the day before, asked them if I need to come in. They said They couldn't tell me what to do, so me being the stubborn guy I was, said, well, if you're not going to tell me that I need to come in, then I guess it's not that important. So I just went about my day. The blurriness was off and on for about 2 weeks, and finally, one day I was watching the Kentucky Derby and could not see the number of the horses going around the track. So I went to another hospital. They tested me. I was like 485, somewhere around there, and they admitted me immediately. 4 days in the hospital, guys. 4 days in the hospital. I asked them what I needed to do to get out of the hospital. I had to go to work. I had my own business I was running, so they told me diet and exercise. They gave me the diet. When I went to exercise, there was nowhere to exercise, so they said I could walk around the nurse's station. That lasted for about 5 or 6 laps, and then the nurse said I had to go back to bed because they had to go back to work. Not a great situation to be in, guys. So they were giving me insulin at the hospital. I was able to get down low enough to get out. When I got out, they just gave me pills. Metformin. I'm sure if anyone that knows a diabetic, they're probably on metformin. And I was able to control my diabetes with just pills, without insulin, for years. Come 2 years ago, all of a sudden my sugar started spiking. I went to my doctor. They said, well, we'll put you on insulin. They did. It went higher. They upped the dose of insulin. It went even higher. So I took it upon myself to go find a functional medicine doctor, Dr. Justin Coop, out in Naperville, Illinois. And he is just an amazing person who I feel saved my life. He sent me for a bunch of tests. 2 hours later, after going through all the results, he figured out my body was making insulin, just not accepting it. So he changed me over to a paleo diet, gave me a couple supplements. Within 2 days, my sugars were in half. Within a month, I was off all my medications, guys, just by changing my diet. At the time, and like I am now, I work a lot. It's really hard to find time to exercise. As much as I love exercise and as important it is for your body, you want to maintain muscle tone and keep your joints and everything moving, but I sat behind a desk and then I went in and I drove Uber and sat behind a wheel, so did not have time. So with zero exercise, guys, I was able to get off all my medications in 30 days. It was crazy, blew my mind. In the last year and a half, I've dropped over 100 pounds with no exercise, just by changing my diet, taking some supplements. And what I learned is when you feed your body what it needs, your body will heal itself, guys. I'm 49 years old and I'm in probably the best shape of my life. I may be a little bit heavier than I was in my early 20s, but excuse me, my lean muscle mass is greater than it's ever been. I have no aches and pains in my hips, my joints, nowhere, guys. It's amazing what happens when you start giving your body what it needs. So that's why we do the show. A good friend of mine said people need to hear this, so we came on here. It was a fun little 5-week project that has been going on for over a year now. And we do this every week to get this information out to people so that you guys can learn that you can change your life just by changing your diet, guys. It's just that simple. I might have some more people that jumped on here. Looks like Jay, Jamie. What's going on, guys? I appreciate you coming on. Make sure you're sharing all this stuff with your friends, guys. Make sure you get to the YouTube channel, Brunch with Joe, so that we can get some subscribers in there and get these videos up, and they'll tell you exactly when these videos are up and you can watch them later. For those of you that aren't cooking with us today, which I know you're not today because I didn't get a chance to send out the ingredients this week, but normally we send those out ahead of time. We want to get some participation from you guys. I want you guys cooking with us on Sunday, especially those of you that don't cook a lot. you know, it's a great place for you guys um, to ask questions, and you know, while you're doing it, say, hey guys, how'd you do that? Mine's not turning out that way. This way we can interact with you and give you suggestions right away. So it's starting to get up here. It's 8:30 now. So we're actually going to start doing the show, guys. Like I said, we are doing roasted vegetables. Today I'm using my new favorite vegetable in the whole wide world, Brussels sprouts. All right. I have not had a Brussels sprout until 2 years ago. Once it came in one of those boxes that they send you all the ingredients and you cook at home, and I was like, Brussels sprouts? Everything I've seen on TV about Brussels sprouts is people with this face, and they're like, Brussels sprouts?
Like a Christmas story?
Oh, it is crazy, guys. And it was just part of a setup like this where they had several vegetables, and I cut them up, roasted them in the oven. Amazing, guys. It is my absolute new favorite vegetable. We're also going to use asparagus. I like to get the thinner asparagus, guys. It cooks a lot easier when you're roasting it. I love roasted asparagus. I used to make a bacon wrapped pork chop. It was like a pork chop, pork tenderloin, with asparagus for my son, and he would just go crazy. First time I made asparagus, he's like, ew, what's that? And by the time I came in, the whole plate was gone. So that's an awesome vegetable, especially for kids. And then we got our peppers, guys. I'm using a pepper of each color. What I'm learning, because I'm learning it through this journey just like you guys are, what I'm learning is each colored vegetable has a different value for our nutrition, guys. Certain ones are higher in certain antioxidants. Some help with your vision. They all have a purpose. And I don't know if you guys saw one of our earlier episodes with my friend Annette from Passionate Palette. She did an awesome explanation of why we need to add all these colors. It puts your body in balance. You can call them chakras or whatever. It puts your body in a homeostasis state that just gets your body where it needs to be, puts it in balance. And when your body's in balance, everything works out for you guys. So we're going to use different colored vegetables. Let's get started. I've got the asparagus on here already. Obviously this is a lot of asparagus. I got a little guy over here hiding in here. I'm going to cut these ends off. We're not going to use these ends. These are a little thick. If you're feeding a large family, cut the ends down here and use the rest. All right, and I keep a little bag here for my garbage bag when I'm cooking vegetables because it's just so much easier. Proper knife technique, guys. When you got a big bunch like this, you want to make sure your thumb is bent. You can use that as a guide so that you're not cutting your thumb. We got asparagus going everywhere, guys. So we're going to go ahead and cut that again. And then we're just going to throw these guys in here. And because I have so many vegetables, I'm actually going to save these for later, guys. I'm going to use these for me for later. But all this little stuff I'm going to throw in here. And then my little guys here, we're going to cut the end off. And you can either cut it this way, I'm going to cut it this way, and make it in half. You're going to get a bunch of leaves all over the place, but that's all right. But it's real simple, guys. This is a real quick, easy meal to make. It's also fun. You can get the kids involved. You know, obviously you don't want the younger kids getting at the knife, but when the kids get a little bit older, get them in there, guys. My son, I taught him to start cooking when he was 3. We started making pancakes
You
together.
mean the one that cooks better than you?
Absolutely, he cooks better than me. He doesn't want to admit it. He doesn't want to have to cook for his my lovely daughter-in-law, but he definitely cooks better than me, and he loves to get on that grill especially. That was another thing we did when he was younger. When I was out grilling the asparagus, I would get him out there and show him how to get it done, and he'd help me put the oil and the salt and everything on there like we're going to do today. And you know, now he's a grill master out there. I go over there and I don't even have to cook, guys. That's the benefit of teaching your kids to cook young. When you get a little bit older, you can go there and just enjoy the food without having to cook. So we threw a little bit of them in there. We got a small oven, so I'm gonna kind of cut this stuff down here. Peppers. I like to cut my peppers. I just cut the top off here. I don't like to waste anything, guys. So I just pop this little stem out here. And then I'm going to cut these into little chunks. And you know me, I like my veggies nice and thick, and I like to taste them. So I don't waste my tops, guys. If you don't like the tops just roasted, these are awesome for making like sweet peppers for your Italian beefs. If you want to cook some Italian beef. And now with the pepper, we're going to pull the seeds out of there. And you'll see there's a couple seeds in there. Just go in there with your hand, get those seeds out. You don't want to have those seeds. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this pepper in half. I'm going to cut off some big chunks here. And pepper skin is sometimes a little tougher. But boom, look at that. Some nice big chunks in there. You'll notice everything in here is big and chunky and hearty. And we're going to save this guy for later. The best thing I love about this, you get some fresh vegetables as a snack while you're cooking, guys.
To the green.
Now we got the yellow in there. I do the same thing with the green pepper. Just take that little stem out of there. Cut them into nice chunks. Make sure you wash all your vegetables before you start working with them, guys. Get them in there, get your seeds out, just like you did the other one. There's nothing wrong if you end up having a seed or two in there. I just prefer to get them out, guys. Same thing, cut it in half, using good knife technique. You'll notice on here my fingers are all curled, so that I can use that as a guide for the knife. Last thing you want to do is get something on here saying that one of you guys ended up in the hospital with a cut finger, guys. We want you guys to get healthy, not more trips to the hospital. Looks like we got some more people jumping on there. What do we got on there, man?
We got Austin Roth.
Hey, what's going on, Austin?
We got Lika Lee.
What's going on?
We got Jerry Nelson.
Man.
Sandra, Christina, Judy, Joy, Jamie Miller.
All right. How you guys doing? Thanks for jumping on, guys.
And last but not least, we got Randy Rogal.
Oh, Randy, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you in forever, brother. Hope everything's going good out there. All right, guys, now we got this beautiful orange pepper here. And once again, just give it a little slice in here, make some nice big chunks. And my bad boy is getting filled here. We're going to show you this in a minute. Let's get our last pepper, the red pepper. When you're looking for your vegetables, guys, the darker the color, the better they are for you. If you're going to get a red pepper, get a nice dark red pepper like this one. Don't get the one that's a little bit lighter in color. The darker the vegetable is, the more of the nutrients it has in it. And that goes for any of these colors, the orange, the yellow, the green. When you're making a salad, guys, the darker green romaine lettuce has more nutrients in it than the iceberg lettuce. Iceberg lettuce, I like to consider a filler lettuce because the nutritional value of it is not as good as the other ones. All right, let's get this red bad boy cut so we can start getting this stuff in the oven. I'll make sure this stuff comes out. You guys get to see how delicious it looks and
colorful.
Absolutely, guys. All right, let's get these in here. I'm gonna give it a little stir here and kind of mix this up, and I'm gonna show you guys, and then we'll start adding all the ingredients in there. All right, guys. I mean, look how nice that is. Look how nice. Nice and colorful. Who wouldn't want to see this on their table, guys? Now to roast it up, you know me, I don't like using measuring spoons or anything, so I'm just going to take this olive oil I got here and just get enough in here to coat everything up, a couple tablespoons probably. And then I'm going to take some black pepper, we're going to grind that pepper in here. A good grind in, we're going to add a little bit of salt in here. And get this lid off. And I'm using the pink Himalayan sea salt, guys. And of course, you know me, I love my garlic. Which, another option would be fresh garlic added in here. If you guys want to toss some fresh garlic in there, that's also good to roast. I love roasted garlic. So let's go ahead and make sure this stuff is nice and evenly coated. You just give it a good toss, guys. Make sure everything gets some oil on it. Make sure everything is nice and coated. It's going to help crisp everything up. If you don't have a convection oven like I have here, you're going to want your oven preheated at 425. Alright, so you know, make sure you get that oven going ahead of time. You want it ready to go when your veggies are ready. Alright, so we got everything nice and coated on here. I'm going to take my pan that I lined with aluminum foil, and we're going to make sure we get a good mix on here of all this delicious veggies. Make sure we got some of all the colors in there. And then you want to spread it out. You want to leave a little bit of room in here. All right, let's get a little more red in here. I don't see enough red and orange. All right, guys. Put this aside.
Sound like you're making a masterpiece over there.
Now we got our, look at that, guys. Look at that nice variety of colors, variety of veggies in there. Let's get it in our magic little oven here that I absolutely love, guys. And what we're going to do is we're just going to bake it. And we're going to put our temperature at 4 1/4. And then we'll go down here and we're going to go to 15 minutes. And start. Boom. Just that simple, guys. Use any vegetables you want, guys. That's what's so great about this, is that you can use any vegetable you want. There's almost, I have not found a vegetable you can't roast yet. You can roast tomatoes, maybe cucumbers. I haven't tried roasting cucumbers yet, but zucchini, you can definitely roast zucchini. Play around with it. If you got a picky eater at home, find something they like and then add a little something else to it. Maybe you can get them to taste a little bit and open their eyes. Like me, who never had a Brussels sprout before. Um, until I tried it, I never knew I would have liked it, guys. I've been pretty lucky. My son um, pretty much ate anything that I put in front of him for the most part. He enjoyed being creative with it, which I suggest that you encourage that with your kids, especially if they're picky eaters. Say, hey, come on, let's experiment. What do you want to put in here? Come over here, help me out. What do you want to experiment? What kind of spices you want to put on here? What kind of veggies you want to put in here? Let's make a Frankenstein veggie dinner. Get them involved. The more involved they are, the more likely they are to enjoy it and want to try it and maybe open up their world for them. But there really is no combination that's wrong when you're roasting vegetables, guys. It's all to your taste, what kind of vegetables you like. It could be, like I said, it could be a whole meal, or you can use it as a side dish. Add a nice pork chop to it, or chicken breast. Some of those awesome chicken wings we made a couple weeks ago. You know, the crispy baked chicken wings, perfect with a side of roasted vegetables, guys. The nice thing about these is you can make as much as you want and put them in the fridge and save them for later. You could put them in a salad during the week. You can make omelets in the morning with them. The key is to get more vegetables in your diet, guys. One thing I had to do when I started was add more vegetables. I was not eating enough vegetables. So, you know, we take our plate, we divide it into quarters. 1/4 protein, 3/4 vegetables. If you're not eating protein, then 4/4 vegetables. As long as you go by that, you're going to do fine, guys. I also had to add more vegetables into my doctor, Dr. Coop, wanted vegetables in every meal. So I had to think of ways to add vegetables to my breakfast because I did not just want to eat vegetables for breakfast. Omelets are a great way to add that in. I do not use cheese in my omelets. I just take vegetables. I do cut them a little bit thinner. If I was going to be cutting a vegetable for, let's say I want to put this pepper in my omelet. All right, I'm going to dice it a lot smaller than I am when I'm putting it in my roasted vegetables here. See that? Make them nice and tiny. Boom, throw them in an omelet. Breakfast is served, guys. Real simple. Omelets are another great way to get your kids involved. We need to start changing what we're teaching our kids to eat, guys. If we start them out young and start them in a new lifestyle of eating healthier when they're young, they don't have to do what I did. And in my 40s, change my diet. And most people are not going to be like me. Most people are not going to go home, throw everything out that shouldn't be in there, and then go buy new. It's time consuming. It's expensive. It's easier to incorporate these into adding one extra meal a week, and then a couple weeks later adding another meal, guys. Little changes can go a long way. You'll start to notice your body feeling a little better, even just by changing a couple meals a week, and you know, slowly but surely adding in one more meal every other week, another meal every other week, and before you know it, every dinner is a healthy meal now. And now you're like, wait, maybe I should start doing some of this for lunch. Then you start adding one lunch in healthy a week. There's nothing wrong with food prepping for the week. We do have people that have been on the show. Carol from a couple weeks ago, that's what she does. She comes into your home if you need help, and she will put a meal plan together for you, and she'll actually cook everything for you and have it ready in the fridge. You just pull it out and eat it, and you're golden. But you can also just Sunday or whatever your day off is, put a meal plan together, prep everything for the week. I've even done a salad prep, and maybe we'll do a show on that where we bring in our mason jars and we prep the salads for the week and get them all in there, and just grab that bad boy out of there, take it with you for lunch at work. It's real easy, throw it in the fridge at work, and when it's time, you just open it up, shake it up, eat it, you're done. There's so many ways to add vegetables and get these into your diet. It is so important. I cannot stress it enough. Getting this stuff in. I am smelling these vegetables, guys, and it is blowing my mind. I just got to peek in here. Oh my goodness. I don't know if we can get a camera in here and take a look at these real quick, but these veggies are just amazing. Look at those things. Getting all nice roasted up there. And guys, you got to smell this. It is one of my favorite smells. The only thing that beats this might be bacon cooking. That is about the only thing I could think that would beat this smell, guys. Let me know what vegetables you guys like. What do you guys use? I don't know why I'm not able to get this on my phone for some reason. Oh, there we go.
You cut in and cut out. We got it back.
There we go. All right. Now I can see actually who's on here. As you get older, guys, that vision isn't as good as it was. Let me know what vegetables you guys like. Have you roasted vegetables before? What seasonings have you used? Share it on here, guys. This platform here is to help you guys out, and we're trying to build a community here so that we can help each other out and see what like I said, everyone doesn't like my tastes. They have different seasonings. They might not like garlic like I do. I think it smells amazing when it's cooking. What other spices you guys put in? Let me know. Type it in the comments here so people can see. Maybe other people are using the same stuff. Oh man, we got a whole bunch of people jumping on here. We got Robin, Ron, Greg, Stefan, Sandra. I appreciate you guys all coming on. Let me know what you guys use. I love garlic. You guys also know that I like to use some other seasonings that I grew up with. Garlic was a big one, but salt and pepper, obviously. My dad loves to use sazon. You gotta have those Hispanic seasonings on there. It really doesn't matter what you like. Use the spices you like, guys. Get it in there. Start adding more vegetables to your diet. I can't even explain the benefits you're going to see. We got some other people jumping on here. Hey, Pastora, how you doing? Glad you could jump on here. Pastor Pastora, hope you guys are watching. Let me know what kind of seasonings you guys use.
Garlic, cumin, and oregano.
Oh, nice. Some garlic, cumin. Oh, I love cumin. Oregano. I'm Italian. I love oregano. Christopher, thanks for jumping on, man. We're talking about roasting vegetables here, buddy. I know you were just abroad. Was there any special spices and stuff? A Buddha bowl? What's a Buddha bowl? That sounds amazing, man.
Sounds like another show.
I'm telling you, Christopher was awesome, man. He just went to, where'd you go, Christopher? I forgot where you went, but he was there for a while and was posting amazing food from that country. And I love when people go abroad and post on Facebook the different types of foods that are out there. As Americans, our diet is horrible compared to the rest of the world. So I love it when people jump on and post stuff from around the world. Cambodia, Thailand. I knew it was somewhere right around there, brother. Absolutely, man. I know you had a great time out there. Explain what a Buddha bowl is, man. That sounds amazing to me. I'm not quite sure what that is, but it sounds absolutely perfect.
Do it again.
Do it again. These bad boys are about done, man. Yeah, we got about another minute, and they're going to be coming out, guys. What does he got here? He ate fried crickets. Really? Like dry ground beef with seasoning, huh? I'll tell you, you might be a little more adventurous than I am, brother. I may give it a shot, but
That sounds like an episode.
yeah, dried crickets. How were they? I guess that's what I should ask. You know, were they good? Did you enjoy them? You know, you hear people eating chocolate-covered crickets. I mean, I guess people around the world eat different things, and you know, God bless them. And who we got? We got George on here. Thanks for jumping on, guys. Make sure you're sharing this with your friends, guys. I mean, which one of your friends wouldn't want to hear that Chris ate dried crickets? I mean, that's absolutely crazy. All right. It's a vegan vegetarian dish that consists of three things: something starchy like rice, vegetables, and a protein source like chickpeas. Oh, wow. That's awesome, man. Speaking of protein sources, I don't know if any of you guys saw my post. We're going to shut this off because this thing is done. I can smell it. It's amazing. But I ate a garbanzo bean. Have any of you guys eaten raw garbanzo beans that weren't cooked? I was given a few the other day, and I had never eaten them uncooked. My dad has put them in rice and beans before, but I had never eaten it raw, and it was really good. Had a little nutty flavor to it. It was really delicious. I was pleasantly surprised. Guys, it is unbelievable, the smell coming out of this thing. Ooh, listen to that sizzle. Listen to that sizzle, guys. All right, let's give this a quick look here. This pot holder is not the best. Let's bring it up a little bit here. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yep.
See the steam coming off of there, guys? Hear the sizzle on that?
That's got to be on the commercial.
Just that easy, guys. Just that easy. We're going to take it, and you know, as my good friend Lindsay Antman says, when you're cooking at home, plate your food like you were at a restaurant. Treat yourself just like you're at a restaurant. Sit down, enjoy your food.
It smells so juicy.
Oh man, oh. Guys, I can hardly contain myself. And this is coming from a meat eater, guys. You know I love my meat. You know I love eating vegetarian with a side of meat, guys. But come on. Tell me you wouldn't take this, serve that to your family, and every last bit would be gone. A little bit of char is what you want to see on there. And these vegetables are just tender, juicy, amazing, guys. I'm going to go ahead and... Wow. Guys, I'm telling you, add this to your repertoire. Put this with every meal. It literally took less than 15 minutes to cook. Maybe 15 minutes with prep. I went a little slow to show you guys proper knife technique because I know not everyone cooks all the time. But guys, I'm telling you, put this with any meat. You can use any meat you want with this. This is not something that has to be paired with something special. Get these veggies in your diet. This is something you can take to work with you, reheat at work, throw it in a salad. Any way you can to get these extra vegetables, get your body the nutrition it needs. And what we got going on here? We got, what else we got on here? We got a bunch of stuff jumping up here, guys. I'm trying to see these comments here. My boy Chris is over here talking. Oh, here we go. Nice, I love it, Chris. Also should be multiple colors, make it a balanced meal. Oh, tarantula donuts. I don't know if I'd be adventurous enough for that either, Chris.
Hell no.
Yeah, especially at $10 for 3 of them. Yeah, I don't know. What's going on, Tanisha? Glad you can jump on here. Yeah, absolutely, Chris. Add the different colors in there. If you want to try a tarantula donut, go for it. I don't know if I'm adventurous enough for that yet. But, guys, get this stuff. Add more vegetables every single meal. Have vegetables with every meal. And your body will go ahead and thank you for it every single day. I don't know, Chris. I love some of these things you had out there, but if you're gonna be thinking of bringing me some of those tarantula donuts, forget about it. All right, guys. Make sure you go to our YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We want to let you guys know when these videos are popping up, and they'll be there forever for you guys to watch. If you're not sure what seasonings or how I cut the vegetables, go back, rewatch everything. Let me know. We also have the Brunch with Joe Facebook group that has Dr. Coop in it, some other doctors, nutritionists, chefs. Get in there. We're building a community, guys. Throw some questions in there. Throw some suggestions. If you're eating dried crickets, take a picture, post it in there, guys, so everyone can see. But just make sure that you guys are here every Sunday so you guys can see what we're doing. We're going to be having guests coming on. I'll let you know ahead of time who's coming on, but you're not going to want to miss them. I've talked to these people. Their stories are amazing, and they're everyday stories just like all of you guys are going through, and how they change their health just by eating different foods, guys. So check us out every Sunday. Get on the YouTube channel, Food Mafia Nation Instagram, guys. I'm starting to post more stuff on there as well. So just get involved and help us build this community, and let's get everyone healthy, guys. Get everyone off all these medications, guys. I can't tell you how important it is. So until next week, eat healthy this week, guys. Nice.